Archibald Thompson Hall, also known as Roy Fontaine, was a Scottish serial killer and thief. At the time of his death, he was the oldest person serving a whole life sentence in prison. Hall's criminal career began aged 15 as a thief. He soon progressed to housebreaking. Capitalising on his bisexuality, he infiltrated the London gay scene after moving there on the profits of his criminal ventures. His first jail sentence was for trying to sell jewellery he stole in Scotland. During his sentence, he studied antiques and learned the etiquette of the aristocracy, as well as taking elocution lessons to soften his Scottish accent. Upon his release, he began using the name Roy Fontaine and worked as a butler, occasionally returning to prison for further jewel thefts. In 1975, he was released, returned to Scotland and began working as a butler for a widow of a former Conservative Member of Parliament who lived in Dumfriesshire. Hall planned to steal her valuables but didn't carry it out as he liked his job and employer too much. David Wright, an acquaintance of Hall's from prison, was given a job as gamekeeper on the estate in 1977. The two had an altercation after Wright stole some of their employer's jewellery and threatened to tell their boss of Hall's criminal past if Hall reported him. Hall took Wright on a rabbit hunt in a trip to attempt an amicable solution. Once out in the fields, Hall shot Wright dead and buried him next to the stream in the house grounds. Hall soon left his job after his boss found out about his criminal past. Based in London again, he combined more thieving and racketeering with working as a butler to an 18-year-old former MP and his 60-year-old wife. Hall's plan was to rob the couple of their money and retire, but ended up killing them both after the wife walked in on Hall and his accomplice, Michael Kittle, as the two men were discussing their plan. Hall and Kittle drugged the husband and drove both the husband and the wife to Scotland, helped by the housekeeper. They buried the wife in Bracco, Perthshire. They then strangled and beat the husband with a shovel and buried him in the woods beside Tomic in Inverness-shire. The next victim was the housekeeper, who was wearing the dead wife's clothes and jewellery and was drawing too much attention to herself. She refused to dispose of a fur coat which could be incriminating evidence against her. Hall and Kittle killed her with a poker and left her body in a stream near Middleby, Dumfriesshire. She was discovered on the 25th of December 1977 by a shepherd. Their final victim was Hall's half-brother, a paedophile recently released from prison, whom Hall hated. Hall and Kittle found him at Hall's holiday home in Cumbria, and telling him that their next robbery was going to be a tie-up job. They tricked him into letting them practice on him. Once he was tied up, Hall used chloroform to incapacitate him before drowning him in the bath. The abortive effort to dispose of his body led to Hall and Kittle's downfall. His body was placed in the car boot, and they again drove to Scotland to carry out another burial. Hall, however, made Kittle replace the car's number plate, which had 3 9s in it, and Hall deemed this unlucky. This meant that the tax disc and the number plate did not match. The wintry conditions made driving hazardous on reaching North Berwick. They decided to check into a hotel. Shifty movements of Hall and Kittle made the manager suspicious and wondering if he would be paid for their stay. He called the police as a precaution. When the police arrived, they noticed that the tax disc and number plate did not match. They took both men to the station 200 yards away and noticed Hall's half-brother in the car, Hook, dead. Kittle was arrested, but Hall escaped out the window. He was caught at a roadblock in nearby Haddington. The police traced the car back to his previous employers and found the house robbed of many valuables and splattered with blood. This also linked to the housekeeper's body to the crime. Hall was convicted at courts in London and Edinburgh of 4 murders and sentenced to life imprisonment in Scotland. It was recommended he serve a minimum of 15 years, and an English judge recommended he never be released. Kittle was given life imprisonment for 3 murders, with no recommended minimum in Scotland and a 15-year minimum in England. Police said in evidence that Kittle was fortunate to be able to go on trial, as Hall was planning on killing him too. Hall died of a stroke in Kingston Prison in Portsmouth in 2002, aged 78. By this date, he was one of the oldest out of 70,000 prisoners in the UK serving a whole life sentence.